Hello, everyone, and welcome to Get More Clients. I'm your host, Lynn Whitbeck. Business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to ignite winning sales because most are chasing down leads, lack client retention, conversion, and profit. The mission of this show is to educate, inspire, and motivate women around the world to build a robust sales strategy to get more clients because most can't get more clients and haven't a clue why. You will learn to transform thinking to the client's perspective, eliminate the lengthy, chaotic sales cycle to ignite your sales and unleash lasting profits. You will also have the opportunity to connect with me further to see how I can support you beyond today. There I was in a room of strangers. Well, I knew the event organizer, and that's why I was there. I had been invited to speak to their small business group at their quarterly meeting. After investing a small amount of time, but critical time, researching the group, their mission, and general members, I found a common thread, an area of concern that collectively impacted the members that was part of my wheelhouse, my expertise. And that was the why I would speak to during the event. Using an existing talk, as I mentioned, I'm an expert. I refined it specifically for this group and area of concern. Using humor and stats to poke the bear of this concern, then providing 3 shortcuts to overcome and banish the concern. As I came on stage, I could see the audience was restless. They had already sat through several talks and their interest was fading. My wow story got their attention. The audience was riveted. As I poked the bear of their concern, they were nodding their heads. Yes, this was them, a concern they faced. Once I started on the shortcuts, the 3 shortcuts to eradicate the concern, pens and iPads were in their hands. They were taking notes as fast as I could talk. At the end of my talk, the audience was engaged, excited, and energized to take action. During the breaks that followed during the event, I was sought out with questions and requests to meet up. With each encounter, I listened 80% of the time, asking questions to learn more about their individual situation and about who they were, genuinely curious about their world. At the end of the day, I had made a room full of new connections and had a fistful of warm quality leads, the beginning of a delightful client journey. Last week, we shared how to create unique, compelling types of sales outreach. Today, we will explore why events, social, and the phone are your sales outreach bonanza. Creating a spark of attraction with your dream clients is quick and easy when you have your strategic foundations in place. Using your client why to create value-based content, you are able to leverage events, social, and the phone to make a connection and build rapid rapport. By the end of today's show, you will know how to use events to attract, connect, and start the conversation with your dream clients. Drive inbound inquiries and leads through social groups and outreach. Pick up the phone and speak human to human to drive engagement forward. Using events, social, and the phone, you're able to meet your dream clients where they hang out, demonstrating your worthy intent to connect and learn more about them, building relational capital to begin their meaningful sales journey. Let's start with events, which was the story at the beginning. Now you've identified your client why through the client thinking exercises and your ideal client avatar. That's a huge accomplishment. And you now have the strategic solid place to start. There are hundreds of places to reach your prospects and millions of ways to do it. And the world today is very noisy. Here's some stats. The average business owner receives about 150 emails every workday and receive approximately 85 texts every day. And then there are social alerts, there's DMs, there's phone calls, and so much more. So the answer to breaking through the noise is not more. Instead, it needs to be focused on strategy, better strategic outreach, strategic personalization, strategic messaging, and relevance, creating better experiences for those you are reaching out to. So, who do your clients hang out with? Peers, thought leaders, and potential prospects. Yep, that's who they hang out with their peers, thought leaders, and potential prospects. That's why events, trade shows, and conferences are treasure troves. Seek out events where you know your dream clients are going to be present. You're going to mine speaking opportunities at these events. Get into that treasure trove, and you're going to be assured of making great connections. You want to be visible in your clients' and prospects' industries, connecting with them to get recommendations on events or conferences to attend. Now, last week I mentioned setting up Google alerts. You can also subscribe to related newsletters to ensure you never miss an important date. Look for speaking engagements in your market segment and connect with planning directors of the industry trade shows and conferences for speaking or presenting opportunities. Speaking at conferences, trade shows, and summits will get you in front of your ideal prospects to demonstrate your expertise. Always teach and coach in your presentations. Deliver value and energy. People come to these events to learn. Now it's your turn in the presentation to do exactly that, to teach and coach. Never turn your presentation into a sleazy sales pitch. You'll lose them. Yeah, forever. When attending events, never pitch your services immediately. All right. In fact, you don't really even need to pitch your services. You want to be curious about the individuals you meet, spending time getting to know them and making a genuine connection, finding out more about them, who they are, what's going on in their business, in their world, and collect their contact information so you can reach out after the event. It's a great opportunity if you discover something that they're interested in, that you can promise to send them a follow-up with that information. Now, what about creating your own event? Webinars, masterclasses, boot camps, challenges. There are so many great ways to reach your ideal prospects. Now, planning and executing these types of events do take time, effort, and expertise. And we're going to dive deep into holding your own events on future episodes. All right, let's talk social. We all know it's crucial to build the like, know, and trust trifecta with your ideal clients. To do this, leverage your digital presence so they become familiar with your name, face, and messaging, such as doing Facebook Lives like I'm doing today. Social media enables you to share your expertise and target a specific audience. Always focus on social sites where your prospects hang out. Okay. So don't waste your time with Pinterest if your audience isn't there, right? So choose the social channels that make sense to you. Now, last week, I shared advice on joining online groups. And of course, on the social channels, there's lots of opportunities to join those groups. Online groups are a natural means to meet your prospects. Request to join groups where your prospects hang out. Never pitch or spam the group or members of the group. First of all, you're probably going to get kicked out of the group and it's just plain icky. Okay. Get to know the people in the group. Join conversations in a natural way. Look for specific questions in your area of expertise that you know you can help with. Then tell them you'll send a direct message with more details. And by keeping your conversation private, you'll provide value without the spammy pitching. Okay. Now, you can also answer the question or concern without pitching within the group conversation. This will intrigue other members who have the same issue. It's a great way to get that conversation rolling. You can also reach out to the owners of those groups and ask if they would like to do a joint event, do a live together about a specific topic that's of interest to their members. It's a great way to build a relationship with the group owners and influencers. So there's lots of ways that you can leverage social media. And one last bonus tip is use video. Use short form video. This is absolutely the best way to drive intrigue and interest. So 30 to 60 seconds with a top tip, insight, piece of advice, golden nugget that you can share that's of value to your ideal clients. All right, I've got to talk about email, at least just for a minute. And email is a technique that I use when my prospect has given permission to be added to my email list. So this can be when you meet them at events. This can be when you've DM'd them and they've given it to you. This can also be when they've opted in to a lead magnet that you've driven them through events that you've had. Now, when done right, email is one of the top ways to reach prospects. So here's a fun fact. 8 out of 10 buyers prefer email as a way of communication. However, the average open rate for email is only 15 to 25%. So on average, only every fourth email you send actually gets opened. So the key is personalization and value. When you make the email personal and valuable, you can double the open rate and build engagement, fostering the relationship to build rapport to move to the next stage of the sales process. So there is a whole bunch that we could talk about with email. And I know that I've touched on this before, but remember, with email, the key is to be providing value. Don't send emails that are meaningless to your audience or spammy. You want to be building the relationship, and email is a great way to do that. Now, there's a number of things around email that you need to be aware of. So the first one is to be aware of your subject lines when you're sending those emails. Does it speak to that audience and deliver value? Have you avoided spam triggers in your email so that they don't get thrown into the spam dungeon? Certain words will trigger the types of software that every business uses out there and email platforms that are looking for spam. And you'll end up in the spam or junk folder. You could end up in the social or the promotions folder, depending on the type of email service that you have. But that means that you're not getting into their email inbox. Now, if you go through a DMARC process for your business, that ensures that you're going to get 100% deliverability into the email inbox. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. So I'm going to clarify, it does take a little bit of time, but it's well worth it because then your emails are being delivered into their inbox. And when you're not sending spammy emails, when you're sending emails that deliver value, then you're not going to be reported as spam. So be very mindful of that experience. And when people join your group via a lead magnet, remember to welcome them. You need to go through a welcome sequence. This will also help you self-call for the people people who just wanted that free lead magnet, but it also drives people through that experience of what it's going to be like to work with you and give them bonuses and a reason to maintain the relationship and to look forward to receiving emails from you. So, email is a whole animal into itself, and there's so much that we could talk about. We've already done a lot of talk about email, but we're going to continue through all these episodes and moving forward about email because it's so important. All right, let's move on to the phone. Yes, the good old fashioned telephone. Okay, in whatever type of phone you use, most of us are pretty much exclusively using our mobiles at this point. But doggone it, pick up the phone, make a phone call. So here is a quick formula for making the phone call. I want you to think about this as a triumphant triangle because that's what I call it. What's the piece of value? This is the strategy that you've worked out. What is the piece of value that you're going to be delivered to this prospect? And it's got to be something that matters to them. All right. And that's why that client thinking and your ideal client avatar is so important. So you know what those areas of concern are, the points of pain that they're going through, what matters to them. Okay. So now you've got that piece of value that you're going to deliver and you pick up the phone. Now you're going to assume that you're going to get their voicemail, but always be prepared for a human conversation. When you pick up that phone, you're going to lead with that value. You know, I am so excited about this brand new episode that was produced on how to leverage events and the phone to get more clients. I am going to go ahead and send you a quick email and I'll drop the link so that you can tune in on whatever platform works best for you so that you can get the insights and tips that I've provided in this episode. Oh, by the way, this is Lynn Whitbeck at Petite to Queen. And then you repeat your phone number and your email, but you slow your cadence down at that point. So you add that energy and excitement and the value up front. Why are you calling to them? Get to the point. Why does it matter to them? And then you're going to go into slowing your cadence down, that you're going to drop it into an email and providing your name and your contact information. At that point, you really slow down. Remember that over 90% of the population has some form of dyslexia. So if you run through your name and your phone number like lightning fast, this is Lynn Whitbeck, no one is going to be able to hear that and they just get turned off. Don't do that because some people want your digits so they can call you back. All right. So pick up the darn phone. Now, you've already got that email ready to go because you know what you're going to value or you're going to offer. You've created these templates in your strategic plan. You're going to drop that email and send it to them with that piece of value. Now, depending on the CRM you're using, you may be able to tell if they open that email. But either way, if you don't hear back in 3 business days, send them a DM. Where do they hang out? Where are you connected with them? With me, it's usually LinkedIn. So I'll send them that message. Bonus, send it as a voice message on LinkedIn. You use the app on your phone. You can send them that same message, but on LinkedIn as a voice message. It's far more likely to be listened to as a voice message than a written message. Because once again, all those DMs that are coming in, it's busy, very busy. And so many people are spamming you. When you leave a voice message, it really stands out. And remember that 30 to 60-second rule. Be brief, be brilliant, be gone. All right. That's the triumphant triangle. And that is how you use the phone to leverage making these relationships work. And the key, as I've been talking about all the time, is the strategic plan. You want to be delivering better content, better value, a better reason to connect with you. So the phone is the absolute perfect way to create that opportunity to follow up human to human, that they hear your voice, whether it's on a voicemail or a voice message that you can leave in the socials. It is absolutely, you can also leave voice messages on a text message. And remember, where do they hang out? What do they use? If they're not on LinkedIn very often, which is pretty easy to see from how often they're posting or reposting content, then you know that that's not a good place to reach out to them. So be mindful of where do they hang out when you're building that triangle for the individual prospects. All right, so we've covered a whole bunch of information today. And the key is once again to get in front of your ideal clients and make and create those opportunities. So there's so many opportunities with events. And let me tell you, you just have to start looking for where your ideal clients hang out, and you're going to discover a wide variety of events, both locally, nationally, and globally, that are in person and virtual, that you can participate in and that you can seek speaking opportunities to be the thought leader and expert in the room. You can also create panels that you could suggest for these events and bring people together for panels. That's a terrific opportunity. Once again, you can also use your social media channels to create events. So every 6 weeks, I have a competitive edge networking event. It's open to anyone. It's on the events. But the great thing is this is where we have a piece of education, we have true networking, and we have peer-to-peer mastermind all in one 2-hour event. And those are places that, once again, you can attract people, like-minded people, your ideal clients and prospects to come in and get a taste and to start that like, know, and trust and to develop a relationship with you. And there's so many different ways to do that. Today, we're also doing this on Facebook Live. It's a great way to reach new people who are interested in this topic of how to get more clients. So there's one more key that I would be very neglectful if I didn't mention. Whichever of these methods you choose, remember that fortune is in the follow-up. Make sure you have a strategic, repeatable, and consistent process for following up with your prospects. So that triumphant triangle, yes, you're going to do that the first time, but what's next? And what's next? And what's next? And when you consistently deliver value for topics that matter, that have resonance, you are going to make progress and make the connection and move the relationship forward and get to a dialogue, human to human dialogue with your ideal client or prospect. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. My purpose is for you to get more clients. Bottom line, don't make this harder than it has to be. Sales should be a win-win. On behalf of the Win-Win Women Network, I've carved out a limited number of time slots to invite you to hop on and ignite your sales call with me to see what's working, not working, and what you would love to have working. I'm going to see how I might further support you in effectively generating more leads, converting more sales, and fulfilling on your promise as a brand and organization. The fastest way to success is to assure people know that they matter. And the best way to make this happen is to build a consistent sales strategy to acquire, convert, and capitalize on every lead. You will find growing your business is easy and lucrative. Today, I shared why events, social, and the phone are your sales outreach bonanza. The key is for you to implement these steps to stop wasting time, energy, and resources. You have the opportunity to jump in and get the support you need for true success. Say yes to you and get on a call with me. I'm really, truly gifted at this, and you deserve a shortcut to your success with the right support. You can go to ptq.link/win-win. That's ptq.link/win-win. Because you're working hard in your business and you want more. more leads, more sales, more revenue, more profits, and to help more people. And it may feel hard sometimes to grow your business, and sales could be slow, and you're not necessarily attracting the quality leads you hoped. If you're ready to do whatever it takes to make your business a huge success, but you feel as if your business might be stuck, and you wish someone could tell you exactly what to do to get more sales in your business, you're in the right place and you know it. So, not only on our TV show, Get More Clients, but in our Get More Clients programs, we deliver live, interactive, video based training and teach you how to generate sustainable, reliable revenue streams using smart sales strategies. Whether you're a coach, entrepreneur, or small business owner, our programs are designed to turn your business into a lead generation machine that fuels higher profits and gives you an incredible sense of achievement. The Get More Clients programs are designed for immediate, on the fly implementation and individuals who are committed to taking action to move their business forward. To learn more about our Get More Clients membership programs, go to our website at petitetoqueen.com. You can also connect with me on our website to see and learn how to stay current on all of our insightful advice, our breakthrough advantages, and never miss an episode of Get More Clients by signing up for our weekly wisdoms newsletter at petitetoqueen.com. So next week on Get More Clients, I will share astonishing core behaviors and personas to attract your dream clients. I will see you next week on Get More Clients.